My husband said I was selfish for refusing to loan his brother $15,000. That was before I showed him the Venmo requests I'd been ignoring for months. It started innocently enough. His brother Garrett had always been the family favorite. Charming, quick with a joke, perpetually broke. When he asked to borrow money for a new business venture, my husband Theo didn't hesitate. "Family helps family," he said, typing out the transfer without discussion. That was 3 years ago. We never saw that money again. Now Garrett was back, this time needing funds for emergency dental work. Theo stood in our kitchen, phone in hand, waiting for me to agree. I'd been managing our finances since we got married. I was the one who saw our savings slowly depleting. "No," I said simply. Theo's face hardened. "He's my brother. He needs help. He always needs help." "You're being cruel." I pulled out my phone and opened Venmo. What I showed him made his face go pale. For 8 months, Garrett had been requesting money from me directly. Small amounts at first. $20 here, $50 there. For groceries, the note said. For gas. For my daughter's birthday gift. Then the requests got bigger. $200 for utilities. $500 for car repairs. $800 for rent. I'd ignored every single one. Not because I was cruel, but because I'd done something Theo never thought to do. I'd looked into what Garrett was really spending money on. "Remember when he said he needed $3,000 for his daughter's medical bills?" I asked. Theo nodded slowly. "She's on her mother's insurance." There were no medical bills. I pulled up screenshots I'd saved. Photos from Garrett's Instagram. Gambling at casinos, bottles of premium liquor, designer sneakers, all posted the same weeks he'd claimed to be destitute. "He's scamming us," I said. "He's been scamming your whole family for years." Theo sat down heavily. "That can't be right. He wouldn't." "I hired a private investigator," I interrupted. 3 months ago, when you wanted to co-sign a loan for him. I handed Theo the report. Garrett had credit cards maxed out at nearly $80,000. He'd borrowed from multiple family members. Theo's parents, his sister, 2 cousins, all with sob stories that never quite added up. None of them knew about the others. The investigator had found something else too. Garrett had been posting in online forums, bragging about his technique. He called it emotional arbitrage, manipulating family guilt for profit. "There's a whole thread," I said quietly, where he discusses which family members are easiest to con. You're at the top of his list. He calls you his golden goose. Theo's hands shook as he read. I watched my husband's face cycle through disbelief, anger, and heartbreak. The brother he'd defended for years, the one he'd fought with me about. It was all a lie. "I wanted to tell you sooner," I said, "but I knew you wouldn't believe me without proof." Theo looked up, eyes red. "What do we do?" I pulled out one more document. The family group chat I'd created in secret. His parents, his sister, the cousins. I'd contacted each of them, compared notes, and compiled evidence. "We're all meeting tomorrow," I said. "Everyone Garrett's been stealing from. We're going to confront him together." Theo nodded, then stopped. "Wait, if you've been planning this for 3 months, what about the dental work?" I smiled grimly. There is no dental work. But I did find out what the $15,000 is really for. I pulled up one final screenshot. His brother had been evicted from 3 different apartments. The money wasn't for teeth. It was for back rent, late fees, and moving costs. But here's what Theo didn't know yet. Garrett had already found his next target. Yesterday, he'd reached out to my father, claiming we were in financial trouble and needed help. He'd sent photos of our house, our cars, saying we were about to lose everything. My father, who'd been battling cancer and had a limited savings for his treatment, had just transferred Garrett $12,000. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.